guess you'll be Brent.
Brent,
Brent,
no, hell no.
Hey,
The semi-driver, the old 4-1.
Is it Brent? Did you see what Brent said about you guys?
motorsport in the world versus truck and tractor pulling. We started in Toma, Wisconsin a couple weeks ago. We're on stop 2 of our tour now here in Rock Valley, Iowa. Thunder in the Valley Truck and Tractor Pull. Thank you for joining us. Of course, our beautiful Chase Richardson down here with Full Pull. Ron Stone, Vice President of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. You also catch him every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Central live on YouTube and Facebook for Outlawed with Ron Stone, as well as he is the voice of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. Ron, I can't believe it's like session 3 already. Like literally like 24 hours ago, we didn't think we were going to have a pull last night. Then we ended up having the most hooks I've ever seen in my freaking life. We pulled till 1:30 in the morning. This place was full of people. We had a great afternoon session. The weather's beautiful tonight. If this place isn't standing room only tonight, something's wrong.
And you just said it, Jason. Yesterday at this time, it didn't look like we were going to have a pull here at all. It looked like we were just going to be playing in the mud. And now with the beautiful weather we've had all day, it's really going to draw the fans in. Record-setting attendance last night from the pullers. I think we ended up with 192 actual hooks.
And I heard it was the
biggest
biggest Friday night crowd they've ever had.
Yeah, it was.
For attendance, for spectators.
And you know, it was a long show, but there was a lot of hooks, you know. Yep. And you know what? I honestly figured there might be more people here, but you know what the rain does.
Yep, it scares people.
It scares people away. The forecasters scare people away. And I honestly wasn't very optimistic, and I'm always optimistic when it comes to having a pull. and it paid off, and we had a great pull. The track, they uncovered it, and it was ready to go from the day before.
So there was some, and Chase and I talked about this a little bit earlier, but there was some chatter about, like, Chase honestly said that's like one of the top 5 tracks he's ever pulled on. And I was on that track all night doing video. I'm telling you, when Coors Line went down the last pull night to win that thing,
oh wow,
that track was as good then as it was 6 hours ago when we started this thing. It was awesome.
And you know what? In that class, that was the last class that lasted. You know, it was the last class of the night, and he was first hook. There were 23 hooks in that class.
He went 360.
He went 365 and change, and they reset the sled because of a class rule.
Yes.
And
by the way, sorry, Ron, you missed a big. You owe me. Because I asked about the rules in Outlaw. Are there any different rules? He said, no, it's just like you run every weekend. We're down there, and they say the 340 rule. I'm like, where's Mr. 1.2? He didn't tell me this rule. Sorry, Ron. I need to get the hot air out. I need better, credible people. Ron, you're the announcer stand. If there's a rule question, I'll just reference you.
Just
carry
holler
on
at me, man. Just holler.
Carry on. Sorry about that.
You don't get. Yeah, Ron's got so much time up there.
I really lost sleep over that last night. So, Ron, carry on.
I noticed you look worse than normal.
Got the sunglasses rocking today.
It's because he's a stud. He's a stud. Anyway.
Yeah, and he came out with 365 and change. They dropped him to the very last hook of the class, and you know what two-wheel drives do to a track, you know, in most cases. Came back and did the same thing he did at the beginning of the class.
Well,
and won
he
the
ran
class
that right
and
side.
356 and change, I think.
Corliss, didn't he get kind of...
Dove
I
left,
felt like
a lot of
was
them
left.
crossed
He started
over.
left.
Everybody went left, and
yeah.
they kind of dove that left corner, and Corzine just shot the right side and piled it out there.
Yeah, I was impressed. Corzine's a monster.
Yeah, the only negative thing about going that late is that people miss an awesome two-wheel drive truck class. But at the same time, you got to go home and get some sleep so you can come back today. So
yeah.
Yeah,
We're not going to go that late tonight, though.
No,
Right here.
We should be by 10:30 tonight.
10:30.
So
I'll take the over on that. If
Yeah,
take the over on that?
Full pull fans soon to come. Length of time session challenge. We don't have it up yet. I'm taking the over. There's
No, but then what if,
last class of the night, two-wheel drive. I'm competing. I'll be out there till 11:30 plus.
Okay.
I hope not, though.
I hope not either. So again, we're having a great time in Rock Valley, Thunder in the Valley. The 20th anniversary of this great event here in Rock Valley, Iowa. Truly one of the biggest pulls in Iowa. What's fun today here? The promoters of the NTPA Grand National Pull of the Year, Tim Nearing's here from Rockwell, Iowa as well. We're going to be there with full pull August 3rd through the 5th. I wasn't supposed to say that.
Pulling fans.
I wasn't
Official
supposed to say
schedule
that.
release tomorrow evening. Check your phones.
We're also going to be in Bowling Green.
All 1.2 million of you unsubscribe from this guy for keeping things unconfidential.
I have a hard time. I don't feel like they're that big of secrets, but Chase really.
It's not me. Everyone has someone they listen to, Jason.
Okay.
When someone says to do something and you don't do it, you fall in another category.
Oh, Jason, who do I supposed to listen to? I'm confused.
This is the weekend. This event, my first event. If one tagline after 2 sessions I have, it's records.
Yeah.
All right. There's a Guinness World Record set last night. Anyone that can debate me on this, please reach out, comment, send us a message. But I'm going to tab last night as the Guinness World Record most hooks in any session in the history pulling. 194, was that right, or 192?
192, I think, is what we officially ended up with.
Record. It's Guinness record.
Diesel Supers.
Hey, who's this guy? Get him over here. What's your name, man? Hey, whoa, come over
Hey,
here.
that's a member of the
Is this-
Ulmer
Yeah, you
Mafia.
gotta be careful.
there.
He's
Yeah,
part of the
he's-
Ulmer Mafia.
He's from part of the Mafia.
Hey, come on up here. What? No,
Come
what
on,
better
no,
time?
come on, don't be afraid.
Introduce yourself to all the pulling fans across the world.
Yeah, have a seat. Grab the mic. Hold your Coltrane energy drink up. They're a good sponsor.
What's your name?
Well, as Jason says, Austin Fluids, but it's Floyd.
Where you from?
Larchwood, Iowa.
You a pulling fan?
Absolutely.
What's your favorite class?
Honestly, pro stock, but anything that's competitive with decent numbers is fun to watch.
So you must follow the Outlaw organization because there's a big thing. We'll touch on this in our next segment.
There he goes.
Outlaw, elite pulling organization known across the world, elite leadership, but they're missing one thing. What are they missing? The greatest class in pulling.
Full-blown pros?
So
That's not what he wanted to hear.
So we're here to promote Outlaw. We're going to promote Outlaw, but it's just a no-brainer, my friend. And I'm glad you really stopped in here. Mini rods are the
I'm glad I
greatest class in
pronounced your last
pulling.
name right now on the show.
Mini rods are the greatest class in pulling, and I'd be happy to get one of your pro stock guys in the seat of mini rod, and we'll just end this debate anytime. Anytime you can get somebody to do it. So
It's all right.
you got your full pull shirt?
No, not yet.
Are you,
Taylor, what
are you
size?
playing?
What size?
2X?
Have you been playing the games yet? Any pick'em games?
Yeah, I got them all done for tonight, too. So.
Hey, you deserve, what better time to know, pulling fans, if you're in the venue, you're signing up playing, free t-shirt, free koozies, free bumper stickers. I'm giving you a hard time. I'm really glad you're playing along, but we just got to educate you some more.
I like giving you a hard time, too. It'd be
I
nice.
deserve it.
It'd be nice to see
Deserve
them here,
it.
too.
We're going to work on getting mini rods to Rock Valley here next year.
You were thinking too big, literally. You were thinking
Yeah.
too big.
Cool.
Thanks, Austin.
Next year.
Yeah, t-shirt. Take care of this guy, even though he's a diesel super guy or pro stock.
Thanks for all you do.
Yeah,
Thanks, Austin.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, the record's 190 Guinness World Record. I'm open for debate. I don't think that's ever happened in the history of pulling. So
You know, we had more sign-ups. We had some break, where they got to hook and things like that. We were pushing 200. We were right on the edge
but
there.
we won't touch that tonight because there is a little class discrepancy. We have 40 less hooks
Right.
tonight.
Everyone in Rock Valley at Thunder in the
Hooked
Valley
twice,
hooks
right?
twice, but it's a combination of 3 days, 3 sessions. So some of those bigger classes, the Pro Stock 4-wheel drive, of course, 24 hooks was out of the way today. Light Limiter Pros is out of the way today. I think last time I
Tim.
looked, we were somewhere around 150 signed up right now for tonight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I was told. 50 or so or more, 40 so less.
and that could change of course,
Now-
when we get to showtime.
Tim.
Howdy.
Tim.
Yes.
With the Rockwell Northern Iowa Nationals coming up next month. We weren't supposed to announce it's out there, but
I announced it. So
we have people involved in this that think they have big numbers associated with them that they can say what they want. But saw you walking through August 3rd and 5th, North Iowa Nationals. Real quick, what is the best class in pulling, Tim? I know you know this.
Two-wheel drive trucks, of course.
Okay, I'll give you a break.
If you don't say mini rods, he just dogs you.
No, it's okay.
Actually, I like them all.
like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go. Good answer.
Yeah. So you'll see this event amongst many other Outlaw events tomorrow evening. Our full schedule release, but we were going to keep it quiet. But
I don't
like we said,
keep secrets well, Tim.
Me
I'm not
neither.
a secret keeper.
yeah. So spent some time earlier today with the leadership of Outlaw Pulling Organization. Ron, you being one of those, starts at the top with Kurt, Dave Nelson, all you guys, highly impressed. Again, when I say it, I know I joke about the mini rod, but one of the best organizations in the world, and they're just going the right way. Like, I think there's no looking back for Outlaw. But Jason and I were fortunate to spend some time earlier today with Mr. Kurt Van Beek and Dave Nelson, and we're going to share that segment. Tim, thanks for the cameo. What do you want to tell the pulling fans
Website,
across the world
Camping, do your
about
thing.
Rockwell, Iowa?
Yeah, I'll tell you, we're very fortunate, and I just want to say first off, first time I've been to this pull over here in Rock Valley, and it's amazing. I was talking with Dave and Kurt uptown here a little bit, and amazing people. The whole organization's pretty good, but we are really excited about our pull that's coming up August 3rd to the 5th. It is our 15th year, so kind of coincidence.
Hey.
We're 5 years behind
Nice.
what Rock Valley is, but we really we got it going on. We're fortunate to have been voted Grand National NTPA Pull of the Year 2 years running. So, and I'll tell you, we're getting a lot of support from a lot of different people, our volunteers, our sponsors, folks like you guys that help promote our pull. And the key here is that we all work together and just grow pulling. I mean, You guys are doing that, and I really, really appreciate that.
I like what he said right there, because you guys did something a couple years back that really paved the way to make this event, I think, and Rockwell even a bigger deal. You guys moved your date. Can you talk about that a little bit? Did you do that specifically to keep it off of this date?
Yeah, we've been looking for years to not be on the same date, because I believe it was hurting both our polls, and two amazing polls in Iowa, and to be honest, it just felt right for us to move, and so it helped pulling out, and it's really gone awesome.
The Iowa
That's
polling
awesome.
fans,
Awesome.
even the Midwest polling fans, appreciate it. Tim.
Yep. Last question, Tim. Greatest motorsport in the world?
Of course, pulling.
Pulling.
Oh, I was going to say curling.
Oh, curling.
Curling.
Yeah, you probably like stuff without that runs on gas too.
So enjoy our video with Dave Nelson and Kurt Van Beek from earlier today.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Good morning, Saturday morning here, Rock Valley, Iowa. After an amazing Friday night, the biggest Friday night poll I've ever seen. I'm joined with the owner of the Outlaws, Kurt Van Beek, the Executive Vice President, Dave Nelson, and of course, Chase Richardson from Full Pull. I'm so excited because the spotlight was put on Rock Valley, Iowa last night and the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. I've seen our live stream numbers. They're the best live stream numbers we've ever had on Outlaw Pulling TV. The impact of Full Pull here and bringing in an entire fan base of people that normally, Chase, don't follow the Outlaws, because everybody kind of follows their groups. Like we saw it in Toma, Chase. We saw the Toma fan. We saw that NTPA fan. But the crossover that Full Pull is going to give, and I know this is the vision of Full Pull, to promote the greatest motorsport in the world, which is truck and tractor pulling. But like you last night, you don't know all the Outlaw pullers. It was fun doing the pick'em contest with you. You were actually picking names.
I got a couple winners too, but we'll talk about that later.
That's pure luck.
Yeah.
But I love
skill, Dave.
the idea of this is going to be so good for the sport, because there's people in California last night that never had heard of Rock Valley in their life, but they now know of the Outlaws and Rock Valley, Iowa. One
Hang
of
on
the
a
premier
second.
pulls.
You're missing a very important part of this.
You know what? Maybe I was going to get there. Did
At-
you ever think of that?
I'm sorry, Carol.
No,
At
I
4:45
wasn't.
yesterday, if we had a pick on Full Pull, if there was going to be a pull or not, there's no way I'm picking yes.
Yeah.
Like at 4:45, I've never seen. Like there was two things I've never seen in my life happen last night. We'll talk about later on the show. But all this big Friday night, big number crowd, like we were gonna. I thought.
You thought it was gonna rain out.
I know these guys are full. This pull's over, but. At 5:30, it was like they're running the bulls through here, and boom! And
It was
then
crazy.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
It was crazy.
So,
One of the good things about Rock Valley and all of our shows is, if we can put on a poll, we're going to put on a poll. What I wanted to say, too, is thanks, Jason, for Beer Money Polling Team. He's helped grow in the sport. Chase with Full Pull and the app that they're creating and the atmosphere that they're creating. It's just awesome. And like you were talking, we've seen some NTPA guys here last night, some PPL guys here, and you know what? We all got to work together to make the sport grow. But I think the Outlaws are teaming up with the right people, working up with you guys, and we're really proud to be working with both you guys.
So I don't forget my thought. That's the cross promotion. Chase, we've talked about this. People want to be part of big polls. It doesn't matter who the sanctioning body is. Craig Corzine is here. Craig Corzine is a freaking legend. Okay, he laid us, and it sucks that we had so many hooks last night. And I say that in jest, because that was one of the best two-wheel drive classes I've seen, Chase, in a long freaking time.
Absolutely.
And it was so late, and I
Yeah.
get it. The only reason I was still here is because I had to be here. I was tired.
oh, did
right?
you hear that, Kurt? He really likes the job.
I know. I even
Hey,
asked
the people in
I-
California though, it was just getting going
they were
time.
still
So.
texting me like, "This is great."
Yeah.
It's like 11:30. We're drinking whiskey and watching Outlaw TV, and I'm like, "I love you guys." This is
Family
amazing.
show, Jason. Always remember this.
Yeah.
This
Just
isn't
one
beer
more.
money. This is
Just
Full
one
Pull.
more. Appreciate you.
Dave, Outlaw, you kind of brand the West of the Mississippi organization.
Yeah.
I don't really I'm not a guy who puts barriers or restraints on anything. The bottom line is that's one of the biggest pulls in the world that we're attending last night and today. And you guys are a premier organization in the world of pulling. And I say the world because it's the greatest motorsport in the world.
Correct. Yes.
And you guys are right there at the forefront of it. Kind of tell people, because there's people that are new to Outlaw and really getting their first taste of it. They may be cussing today because they stayed up so late, but everyone who tuned in enjoyed that show last night. Kind of talk about the blueprint of what Outlaw's identity is and kind of your all's vision as an organization as a whole.
The identity of Outlaw, it went back into the 70s that Outlaw was formed and started, and our geography, our footprint has kind of been that west of the Mississippi, and we've just taken that area, we've championed it, and we've done a good job. And so when you get geographical things like that, a lot of people want to go so far from home, but the thing that Full Pull is doing, I mean, there's 3 major organizations out there. Your full pull is unifying the sport of truck and tractor pulling. Whereas, that one's put on by that event, whether it's NTPA or PPL or Outlaw. But I mean, we're unifying and bringing everybody together.
We've only been open for 2 weeks too, by the way, Dave.
Yeah, you'll be gone for a while.
No.
But Outlaw's branded ourselves. I mean, we're known for fast events. I mean, last night we had 196 hooks. We were putting a vehicle down the track every 1.8 minutes until we got to the last class, and then we were on the one sled because we had so many left in one class. But even that class, 2-wheel drive, was an awesome class. But fast events, we've got major sponsors that are starting to just kind of somewhat line up to be a part of the Outlaws Tour. We're very proud of who we are, and we've had our growing pains. We're growing slow. We're growing healthy. I mean, because growth is great, but growth can be too fast and too big as well.
Yeah.
If
pulling fans that don't know, it was like a farm show pace in here last night. Except there was not 45. There's 194 of us competing, and then also Dave himself. Kurt, who's the one in charge of keeping the show going?
That would be Dave Nelson.
Okay, I just want to make sure we get a shout out who that was. I didn't realize those 2 people. You were the same person.
Mike Witt has taught me well.
It's a good guy to learn from.
Let's go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, Rock Valley Premier Pull, pulling fans that are just now getting a taste of Outlaw that may have their interest. They're going to have their interest to come see the greatest motorsport in the world, west of Mississippi. Talk about some key events that you suggest some folks that maybe want to travel across the country to come check out an Outlaw event. I know you can't name them all, but some pinpoint ones. Obviously, Rock Valley's on the map.
Rock Valley's on the map, obviously one of our bigger ones. Wisner, Nebraska, which is in late August. The Iowa State Fair. Warrensburg, Missouri. Troy, Missouri. I'm going to miss somebody, Dave.
Well, Ravenna, Nebraska is always
Ravenna, Nebraska. We got rained out this year, but that's a 2-day event.
We just came out of White Wright, Texas.
White Wright,
2 weekends
Texas
ago.
is a huge event.
Nebraska State Fair. That's a
Nebraska State Fair.
Large
is another
footprint. Large footprint.
Yep.
Actually, Larry Richwine, and everybody knows Larry, he's told me he's looked at it, and the Outlaws have the largest footprint in the sport of truck and tractor.
That's why I don't really buy the we're only west of Mississippi.
Yeah.
One day you're going to be worldwide, Van Beek. You're going to be worldwide. You're going to be, you may be in Europe doing outlaw pulling.
Yeah.
What does outlaw mean in Dutch?
I don't know that, but I am
Jason,
Dutch.
look it up,
Jason would
Jason.
know.
I am Dutch.
I'm going to Google it. So.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for all that you've done for everything. I know we got a
Thank
really,
you
really
guys,
busy
too.
day.
Yep.
You're an amazing leader of the Outlaws, Kurt. I can't appreciate enough. And what Chase is doing with his vision of full pull and everything like that. And Dave, you ran an awesome show last night. Thank you for everything.
We have to get one thing clear here, though. Big fan of both you guys. Consider you both great leaders and friends, and I think we all align on the same stuff. You know, this is the greatest motorsport in the world. Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
Yep, I agree with that.
Do you know what the greatest pulling class in the world is? What is the
Suppose
best
I got to
pulling
say
class?
mini rides.
No, you don't have to say
So
you need to be honest.
for pulling fans that know the greatest class in pulling, this is one of the best organizations in the world, but they don't have the best class in the world. So what can we do to get a mini rod class in here, Mr. Van? Who do I need to talk to about this? I mean, we like there's like an asterisk on Outlaw at all times. I say so much nice things, but it's Outlaw. It's like the organization without minis. So what can we get this
We're
done?
working on it. We're already talking about it for next year.
Okay.
I love it. That's
So pulling fans across the world come to an Outlaw event, support it, but really come when they have mini rods next year.
We'll
Here,
have them
actually,
next year.
let me give you Kurt Van Beek's cell phone number.
No.
No.
712.
He doesn't like that. Dave,
Thanks, guys.
Kurt,
Thanks
thank
so
you guys.
Thanks, Jason.
Hey, we also
Thanks,
have a
Jason.
number of events going to be released before
Sunday.
Sunday evening.
The full pull schedule, where you'll find the full pull, the shows, the countdown, the pull times, where you can play the pick'em contest, all that be released. I think is it 50 events? I'm sorry,
It's 47 sessions. I think
pulling.
we're at 7 different Outlaw events.
And we're really counting on you, everybody out there that's watching these videos, to text your friends, text your family, text your dad, text your best friend from high school and say, dude, you can win $100 today if you make a pick'em.
No, we got more news coming. It's getting big tonight. We'll talk about that later. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Welcome back to Rock Valley, Iowa, everybody. Again, Full Pull joining you. About to start session 3 of the 20th annual Thunder in the Valley Truck and Tractor Pull here, Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association in Rock Valley, Iowa. Got Brent Roberts here, going to be doing some picks with us in a little bit. Got Ron Stone, of course, with us, the voice of the Outlaws, and Chase Richardson from Full Pull. So, Chase, we just had a nice, great interview there with Dave and Kurt. It was nice to hear their vision, and really, they understand the vision that Full Pull has with unifying the sport and really taking it to the next level and making this more than just a hobby for us pullers.
Absolutely. As do all the leaders in the sport.
Yep.
You know, people that I've talked to and competitors, not necessarily fans. I mean, the people who make the decisions really get it and understand and see that there is potential and there is, an end game. It's not going to happen this weekend or the next few months, but we have a golden ticket in our pocket. We really do if we get everybody on board, pulling the same page. And I say it all the time. I said on Ron's show the other day, there's a barrier to getting an outsider into this sport. Full pull is going to kick down that barrier, because when you get in that barrier, and again, I want to meet this person. Do any of us know anyone that's been drawn into this sport through that barrier, really got a full understanding of the competition, the inner workings, everything, that walks away and says, I don't like that sport? Have you all met them? 1.8, 1.2, 1.2. Does any of your followers, I want someone to send me the name of that person, because I don't think they exist. So that barrier, full pull's here to break the barrier. Kurt and Dave, Ron, all you guys, we got everybody pulling the same rope, and we're going to make this happen. So
Absolutely.
Very exciting stuff.
It's a good time.
It's the weekend of, by the way, it's the weekend of records. Record number, Guinness World Record of hooks last night.
192 official
Record attendance.
Yep.
Record prizes to be won tonight.
That's
by full
what's
pull.
up. $5,000.
Have you heard the news?
I have.
$5,000
$5,000
grand prize for anyone, any of us. I'll be playing along myself. If you can pick all winners in the classes tonight, okay? Beyond that, we have 6 different class-specific awards. If you pick the top 3 in the 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, limited pro, super farm, pro stock, you win $500. Just pick the top.
So it's not
3.
an all or nothing.
No.
It's
No.
yeah. Everybody's
And
got
then
a shot
for-
to get
It's free to
something.
And then
Yeah.
for your class, along with the light supers, the diesel supers, and the mod, just pick the winner of all 4. $500, Ron Stone.
$500.
500.
$500.
It's a weekend of the it's the weekend of the records. So,
Sounds easy, doesn't it?
Sounds easy to me. I like easy
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
It's
So
awesome what you're doing here, Chase. And like you said, we're all pulling the same rope, and it's been all of our individual visions are the same to get more eyes on the sport, so people can actually see what it's about. Because all of us know people who say, "Okay, what is a tractor pull?" Or what's a mud pull? You hear it called different things. It's like, what is
what's
a
a
tractor
rope
pull?
you try tie to a tree?
Yeah,
and
what
pull
are
in?
you pulling there? What's going on there? So yeah, get more eyes on it, get more exposure to it, and legitimize it, become more mainstream like it deserves to be.
And it's nobody's fault. I mean, let's just be clear here. Gearhead or not gearhead, when you grow up as a kid in the yard, you're racing. I'm racing my buddies to see who's the fastest. Okay, so that ties into motorsports. You're racing who is the fastest. So it's natural to draw. We're selling something where we're not out there as kids pulling a pack of Legos to see who can pull it further. It's a concept. It's not that hard to understand once you're in there. Again, that barrier, all this whole thing here, and all these prizes is $5,000 that Ron's going to win tonight. Yeah. It's all about kicking down that barrier.
The party's at my RV after
reckon.
when I win
I
that
reckon.
night, by the way.
We're going to dive into some other cool things here. Our event location here at the Rock Valley, Thunder in the Valley, we are right next to the beer garden area where we purchase your beer. But we'll talk about that later. How much beer could you buy with $5,000 here?
Oh, wow.
How much is a beer here?
Well, let's see. Right there's the price is 6 beers for $18.
There you go. Get your
So there you go.
calculator out.
So almost every person here, you can buy them a beer.
Do the math here.
How many beers was it?
He only knows the number 1.2.
6 beers for
Do the
18.
math. Keep your shoes on.
Yeah.
Don't start
$3
counting
a beer.
beers.
So $5,000.
Him and Dave Bennett, they got to use their toes usually.
Only 21 and over though. Again, 21 and over to play.
1,666 beers we could buy.
Well, you get a few of the crowd then.
Yeah.
So
One of
a
the-
certain
yeah.
section.
A certain section.
The
fun section. About
be
the 300-foot section.
Be a great way to make friends.
It would be.
If you
Great
have an
way to make
Android phone, download the Full Pull app.
Yep.
Done
It's
it.
very easy to do. Ron's up here showing off how he did it.
He's all proud.
If you have an iPhone,
Look at me. Look at me.
If you have an iPhone, go to fullpull.us. We'll be in the Apple store in the coming days. It's just a process. Nothing happens overnight. And then again, we make sure everyone understands, and everyone here, everyone playing along now, this is every single weekend, 2 to 3 sessions until the end of September. You can win. How much? If you hit 5,000 every weekend, I mean,
Lord.
I'm quitting my job.
Yeah,
I'm a professional tractor puller picker.
So-
I'd build me a mini rod.
I built a mini rod.
See, he would be a part of the greatest class of pulling.
His new hashtag is I no longer do home loans. He's going to quit his job.
But seriously, guys, every weekend, schedule will be announced tomorrow. You can do this. This is here to stay. This is very exciting. Fullpool.us. If you have a Apple phone, Android, we're in the Android.
And let's say you see this video about 8:30 tonight, and you're like, oh man, I missed the live video, which we're live right now. But you see it later, you can still do like the later classes of the evening. Like if there's still some games left, you can still do that.
As
So
the
don't-
poll is happening.
Yeah, as the poll is happening. So like once a class starts, obviously it's closed for
Right.
that, but you can still pick the later classes on it as
Correct.
well.
See, before 10:30 though, right?
Yep.
We're getting done
So
by
we have an
10:30.
awesome video from interviewing the beer garden earlier today. We're about to play, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do our pick'em contest with our celebrity picker, Mr. Roberts.
Brent Roberts.
Pulling fans across the world. Chase Richardson here at the official Full Pool event trailer, Thunder in the Valley, Rock Valley, Iowa. We're towards the end of session 2 right now, but wanted to take a moment to document one of the great qualities and traits of the greatest motorsport in the world, truck and tractor pulling. So the staple of the Full Pool event trailer in our 2-year early lifehood is in these venues we're strategically or coincidentally always placed next to the beer garden. 21 and over, we always strongly promote legalized wagering, legalized drinking, but what better way than to promote one of the biggest pools in the world than take a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to get an adult beverage at Thunder in the Valley. So ironically, like I said, we're here. We're just going to take a few steps over here and see what it takes to get a beer here. Hang on a second. How you guys doing? Is this the official beer tent provider for the Thunder in the Valley pool?
Yes, sir.
What? First off, what's the #1 best seller you guys have here?
This one right here.
What is that? Coors Light? Bush Light. Let me introduce myself. I'm Chase Richardson. Your name?
Adam.
Adam.
Bradley.
Brandon. Bradley.
Trevor.
Lexi.
How did y'all get this job of being in the beer tent?
So, last year the Rock Valley Tractor Association asked us to start a beer tent here, and then we're all volunteer firemen. We all volunteer our time here to run this event.
So hang on. So this is one of the only venues in the world I've ever seen where the people working are drinking too. I guess if you're a firefighter, you get a pass on that. So back up a second. The fire department here in Rock Valley is the ones who organize and provide the adult beverages to the people in the venue. Am I hearing that correctly?
That is correct on that.
So the #1 bestseller, my friend here says Coors Light. I myself will probably take a Michelob Ultra. I'm competing tonight, but what as law enforcement agents, you're allowed to drink one before you drive, right?
I don't know.
Anybody? I'm going to order a Michelob Ultra for now, just for the sake of what we're trying to promote here. Cold won't be good. So let me ask you guys. You're here, one of the biggest tractor pulls in the world, promoting the sport of pulling. We are here to do that. But let me ask you guys a question. What is the greatest motorsport in the world?
Well, World Outlaws truck and tractor pull.
Yeah, would you guys agree? You don't agree? No. What's your sport?
NASCAR.
The sport where they go left for 4 hours in a row?
At least they turn directions.
They go one way.
Yeah, this goes straight.
They also talk about politics. We don't do that in this sport. So enjoy your NASCAR venues. So what's the price here for a beer for the fans in the venue? What's the going rate? Do I get one?
It's $3 a beer, 6 for a 20 for a 6-pack and a cooler, and $18 for a refill.
So let me hear. They get $3 for a beer. Pulling fans, nowhere in the world can you get anywhere a beer for $3. Mr. NASCAR guy, you know what a beer costs at a NASCAR event?
What's that?
Add a 0 to that 3. As part of what we're doing here, promoting the sport of truck and tractor pulling, we want to take recognition of the people who make this sport go. You guys, even you NASCAR boy, are big ambassadors for all this, so we're going to provide you with your official full pull koozie.
Thank you.
And I'm going to enjoy one with you guys, all right? Last question I got for you. Have you signed up to play on the Full Pull app?
Nope, but we're on our way to.
What's your favorite class?
Super Farm.
Super Farm. Okay, so last thing here, diesel burning pick of the evening. If you get the picks correctly, just like anybody in the world, you can win up to $500 per class tonight or $5,000 grand prize. Super Farm's your class. I need you to pick me a class winner this evening in Super Farm.
Red Rock.
Red Rock. Local. Going with the local guy.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, here, pulling fans, we're here. Cheers to the Rock Valley Fire Department. I assume all proceeds of this go to Rock Valley Fire Department, right?
That is correct.
All right. On the count of three, we're going to go a full pull. You can even chime in, NASCAR boy, and let everybody know the greatest motorsport in the world. All right? 1, 2, 3. Full pull.
We're back in Rock Valley, Iowa's full pull, promoting the greatest motorsport in the world, which
Shout
is
out
truck
to
and
the
tractor
beer
pulling.
garden and the Rock Valley Fire Department. Great guys over there, even NASCAR boy.
Even NASCAR boy, even though he didn't know the answer to
When
what
we
is
got-
the
when we
greatest
got off
motorsport
air-
in the world.
We got off air. He apologized and
He did
gave
ya?
us his.
Did you give him a free koozie? You tell him to be good.
No, he converted. We converted one
can-
over today.
see? That's fine.
So we made progress. We converted one NASCAR head to a tractor pulling enthusiast.
That's what it takes. One per
NASCAR,
day,
yeah.
Chase.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
got
I
it.
like it. So, all right, fam, this is our favorite part of the show, where we get to see how dumb Chase Richardson really is with his pick'ems here tonight.
I got
And,
3 right last night.
And
sir.
we have our celebrity picker, Mr. Roberts, Brett Roberts here. He's a semi-truck puller as well,
I may not be much better than Chase.
but you're funny.
You're better. You're
But
better as a
funny.
competitor than me.
And
I have
Ron
to do
Stone,
this because I suck at pulling.
So everybody get your app out, the Outlaw app. So we're gonna start the light Superstock Ags. I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna take Chuck Schluter with the Barn Buddy, the second hook in the class. That's my pick for light Superstock Ags. Who do you got, Ron?
Light Superstock Ag. I'm going to take Corey Schluter
Okay.
with the barn burner.
All right, I like it.
This is the road to 5,000 for you right
Yeah,
now.
so-
I got you.
Again, fans, for
We're
you
paving
playing
it
at home,
right here.
if you play tonight, you pick every winner of every class, you win $5,000.
And it's free. Just
And it's
21.
free to play. You just have to
Just
be
twen-
the only
just had to
rule.
be 21.
Yeah, because Ron said, "What's the hook? What's the hook? Nothing. Just we're
The hook
promoting
is-
the sport."
The hook is you have a pulse and you understand this is the greatest motorsport in the world.
But that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Nobody does anything for free.
Who you got? Light Superstock Ag.
I'm gonna go with Ron on this. My boy Corey Schluter definitely. It's been a long time coming. That thing he's got the power. He's
balance.
getting
It was
it to the
balanced.
track.
It was
yes,
balanced.
it was
The best balance I've seen.
We
that
said
And-
last year, all season long, when you were announcing Ron, once he gets the front end down on that
Yep.
thing, it's gonna
Look
be tough
out.
to beat.
Katie barred
Yep.
the door.
Yep. So that's where I'm at.
Again, full transparency. Don't know any of these guys. I'm a name guy.
It's a name guy. Sounds cool.
You know, last night was about touching home. Today it's about proving a point. The Hustler. I like anybody that's a hustler. The Hustler, Tyron Beck, Madison, South Dakota. It's my pick.
Yep. She gets it lit. You never know. So.
Yeah. Light limited mod,
One
Jason.
of our Outlaw young light limited mods. I'm gonna go with. I want to see Dalton Henry double overtime. The Chevy LSs, right? The twins on that. Ron, is that the motor?
Yep,
you got on
that's
that?
the twin LS tractor.
Who you got, buddy?
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to take Runnin' Rowdy, Wes Sievers.
Ooh, the diesel. Roberts,
Ron and I are on the same page again.
you like the diesel?
I'm a diesel guy.
Most people are not on the same page with Ron Stuff.
I know, and I hate to
are.
admit
Now,
that
here's the
in
workout
public,
doesn't work
but
out.
Here's my thinking on that. At the Concord, Nebraska, Thursday night was
Yep.
his third hook ever with the tractor.
Yep.
He won.
Yep,
Out here today, track was a little dry.
Yep, I'm
he
with
needs
you.
a good tacky track
same reason.
to utilize that torque he's got, and I think he's going to have it tonight. So
Yep.
that's
Look
why
at
I'm
all the
picking
people
Wes
coming
Sievers.
in, Chase. This
Oh man,
Oh, yeah, standing room only. I can't wait. As a kid, we all have our favorite movies, favorite shows. Mine was Captain Hook. Number 3, third hook, Captain Hook, David Anderson. You're my guy. Shout out to, who was the star of the movie? Robin Williams? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the late Robin Williams.
We're going to move to Super Farm next. A very, very popular class locally here. A lot of local Super Farm pullers.
This is a tough one.
It is.
this is a tough one.
I'm going to take Bruley Buck, Chad Andrews.
Hey, this is a 500. Get the top 3,
Yeah.
win $500.
Do you want us to do 3 right now, or we just pick our
Well,
winner?
Ron's already got 5,000, so you might as well make it 5,500.
So what the heck? Yeah, so I'm going to take Bruley Buck as a winner tonight.
Good
swept,
choice.
Swept that opening weekend in Cherokee and Arlington.
Good choice.
Outlaws.
Good choice. Who's next? Am I next?
You're next.
Man, that's a tough one. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say Jared Johansson gets his
Ooh,
win.
Blaze of
Gets a
Glory.
win tonight.
I like it. Roberts?
I watched him run.
No, don't keep agreeing with him.
I'm not. I tell you what. Just for differentiation. I have not seen it run. I haven't got to follow the Super Farms yet. But was Alan Andrews? Was he not the points champion last year or not?
He was.
That's what I thought.
Dakota Deer.
Now I don't know where he's at this year. I don't know what he runs like, but my pick was going to be Alan Andrews, just going in blind.
He's a top fiver.
Yeah, and a lot of experience there, if nothing else. And so I think that's my pick. But I did watch Blaze of Glory run. He came and made a test pass at a pole over the 4th of July weekend. Ran well. I was impressed. He's definitely so. But I think I'll go Alan Andrews.
And now our pick from our great philosopher Plato Richardson.
Well, all weekend all I've heard is the local support, local support, local support. The Red Rock guys had a 6th place. Seems like there's a lot of bandwagoners here. I'm a little picker. My lock of the night.
The lock.
Fans,
Play the
Red
sound,
Rock,
OJ. Play
Dave
the lock
Roseboom.
sound. Cha-cha.
Red Rock
for the win.
Local
yeah, everyone's off
here.
the bandwagon today. I mean, that's all I heard was Red Rock.
No, last night,
they
night
got
we were
6,
sucking
and I ain't heard their name all day. So I'm Red Rock. I'm with you, ride or die.
Last night I sucked up to all the locals in case I had to, something happen. But I had to sneak out of here tonight, Robert. So.
Limited Pro Stock, Mr.
1.2.
Who you got?
I'm gonna run with. I want
Taking
Mr.
my
Byer.
pick. Yeah.
I want Mr. Byer. George Byer.
That's a good one.
Side piece.
Side piece.
Again, another class. Top 3, $500.
Again, fans, fullpull.us on your Apple phone. You download the Full Pull app on your Android device. Ron, who do you got winning the 4-1 class?
Boy, that's a tough one too. I tell you. Let's go with Dean Holicky, killing time.
Ooh. Yeah, he did not break last night. We thought he did. Anyway, he did, but just put something on the water fitting or something. He said. Roberts?
I was, same page with Ron on that.
Imagine that.
I tell you what, I would take my old tractor, but like I say, there's an experience thing there, and I think I'm going to. Let's see here.
So many good ones in there.
There is.
What's your old tractor?
The Faster Horse is 4-1. It wasn't here last night. It's here tonight. Let's see here. I tell you what, I'm gonna do Megan Paddock.
Ooh, I like it.
I'm gonna do Megan Paddock.
Did she win Wisner last year on Saturday?
I've seen her do well, and it's something about
big crowd.
I'm gonna go with my girl Megan on that. Digging deep deer.
Is that your lock? Are you gonna lock it? Like that's
Lock
super
it in.
confident?
Lock
Like
it in.
super confident?
That's yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm all about loyalty. My new friend over here. Fully endorse the mini rod class, I think, and that this is the greatest motorsport in the world. Faster horses. Your former tractor. I'm a loyal guy. That's my secondary lock of the night. Faster horses.
We're gonna move on to the modifieds now. Again, you can do this at home as well. We're having fun with it right now. I want to see Sweet Pain, the 3 Chevys, laid hook in the class. Hook number 8, Tyron Ulmer, Larchwood, Iowa. That's my lock.
I saw an awesome picture of that thing today.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, Mark Ham got that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Amboys Motorsports.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Jason on this one.
What?
Sweet Pain.
Ron agreed with
Sweet
me on
Pain.
something?
Let me guess who you're picking.
I'm saying the Ulmer
Ulmer's
Mafia,
tough,
man.
man.
They're tough. They're
Defending
tough.
points champ, they
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
Yep. I would say that I think I'm going to go with the Ulmer.
You'll lock it in,
I'm going to lock it. Yeah, but Sweet Pain.
I never would have bet on that. Jack Kilmeyer, known him my whole life, huge fan. He laid it down through the other night. Love to see him get in the winner's circle. Jack Kilmeyer, jacked up relentless, future Hall of Fame puller. Jack Kilmeyer. That's my pick.
Moving on to Diesel Superstock now. Last night, Esden Lane, Redline Fever, the king of smoke, from the great state of Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes and one. Got the win last night, so super happy for him. Tonight, I'm going to go back with Esden. I talked to him earlier today. He's in a good mood and happy. And, he laid down a good pass. He might turn the wick up a little bit more. We know my singer is going to try to get lit tonight. We know Intimidator, but something about the king of smoke. It's tough to beat. So.
I like your pick, but I'm going to go with old Scrappy.
Old Scrappy.
Singer. He's tough to beat.
He is tough
He's
to
like
beat.
that mad scientist back there. I
Yep.
mean, he's got his nose to the grindstone figuring things out, just like the Ulmer team does with
yeah.
Sweet Pain. They never stop working.
Nope. I'm with Ron. I'm going with Scrappy with Doug Meisinger.
I should have got somebody Chase that didn't just follow.
Well, I know.
Are you afraid of Ron?
Hey,
the announcer or something?
No. I got nothing.
You guys
I'm
could just split 5,000.
I mean, I was definitely obviously Esden or Doug, but I've seen Scrappy lay down some serious seriously good passes if everything works right. So I'm going to go with Doug Meisinger.
Chase?
I picked the King of Smoke last night. He didn't let me down. If it's not broke, don't fix it. King of Smoke, sweeping the weekend.
Nice. For winning the Rock.
Winning the Rock.
Yeah, that's something, too, real quick. I know
hope
we're
he
in a
does.
hurry, but Ron, talk about the Rock, what that means for this event.
Best overall finish. Every puller, we talked about this earlier, every puller hooks twice in Rock Valley over 3 sessions. Best overall finish or golf score, best average, wins the Rock Award. And it's a coveted award.
It's solid gold.
Yeah. And a lot of the pullers here could care less about winning first or second. They want the Rock.
Yep.
They want the Rock. And, yeah, that'd be cool. And I tell you what, that banner we give away with Esden's,
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Esden Lane's signature?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
The value would go
that's
up.
going to be huge.
The value
That's
go
gonna
up.
be- we
sure.
signed the one last night, so.
Yeah.
Moving on to Light Superstocks. Now, last night the Light Supers did not really put on an awesome show. That cold weather
That
really messed
weather
with
really
the
messed
cold.
with
Damn
them. You
air
could
messed
tell.
with them bad.
It
I
does.
thought we were in Freedom Hall for a minute.
I felt bad for
No
him.
doubt. I love Hoffman with last one standing, defending points champ. I know he didn't really get one laid out, but the Hogs are here. But I'm going to take last one standing, Justin Hoffman.
I'm in lockstep with you on that one. Last one standing.
Okay. You got to pick somebody else. Chase
I am going to pick somebody else. I'm going to go with Voodoo Deer.
Ooh,
Laid down a good pass last
did.
night. All things considered.
He did have it figured out last
And
night.
it's a deer, and I'm a deer guy, so I'm going to go with Voodoo Deer and
Awesome.
Scott Holtgrew.
One of the best looking vehicles out here. I love the look of it.
The stance.
The look of it, uniqueness, little temptation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hard to beat.
Yep.
4-wheel drive trucks, huge class of 4-wheel drive trucks.
$500 top 3.
23 out of them last night. Who won last night, Ron? You remember?
It was Thumper.
Thumper.
That's
Thornton's.
Thornton's. Ooh, man, they're
That's-
tough.
that's
They
my
laid down a
pick.
monster pass
They
last
are
night.
tough.
Hey, before Ron says anything, I'm picking Thumper.
Okay, fair
Okay,
enough.
just so everybody knows. I already
can't go
had
out
that
of
one.
order like that,
I already
Brett.
had that one
We're on a
locked.
time constraint. Let's just skip.
Yep. Right.
Just everybody big Thumper. I'm going to run with The Rock. Ted Skelton out of Harvard, Illinois.
That's a good pick.
That'd be a
That's
good
pick.
Ron?
Let's go with Eric Claypool, Risky Business.
Okay.
Defending points champ.
Mr. Roberts?
I'm gonna get. Let's see on those. I'm gonna go with Thumper.
Oh, that's right. You already said
Yep.
that.
Yeah,
You already made your
I'm
pick.
Thumper
We
on
wasted
that.
20 seconds.
Definitely.
You'll never have those 20
Precious
seconds
airtime
back.
will never get back.
I'm going to roll with the guy. These dudes, I really respect them. They put a lot of miles on the road. They pull all organizations across the country. Really good 4-wheel drive pullers. And a really cool name. Kind of reminds me of Ron. Mr. Awesome, Corey Johnson.
Mr. Awesome. What reminds you of Ron? The Mr. part? Okay, fair enough. Diesel 3.0 trucks. I hate to go against our afternoon winner, Megatron, and our class sponsor of the Outlaws, but I got me some Ryan Stahl spooled up. I just love the look of that truck. Just watching him pull in Monette, Missouri. Good runner out of Claremont there. Spooled up. That's my lock. Lock it in.
Okay, lock it.
Lock it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Megatron, Jason Wayman.
Okay. Track's
I
going to
think
be
he's
different
got it
tonight.
figured out. I think he's got it figured out.
Track's going to be different
I
tonight.
think it's going to be as good as it was last night.
Yes. It was just
Yeah.
it dried out a little bit this afternoon with the sun and the wind.
It'll be good.
And I
That'd be
feel like
good.
on top. But there's moisture underneath. So,
Top
be
5
good.
track all time last night that I ever was on.
and you've pulled a couple times.
Yeah.
A couple
Just
times.
not good at it.
Whatever. Roberts?
I would go with spooled up, but with the mechanical issues he's got, I'm gonna move
Whoa,
mine.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, no, you locked it. I heard you say locked.
Controversy.
No, I'm locked, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
No,
and you
I
are
can
locked
still hear
I
in.
can still go to fullpull.us and edit my picks.
I suppose you can.
You can edit
But-
until it starts, fans.
Can-
Great
can-
example right here. We got some turmoil on the stage.
I'm gonna do. I tell you what. I'm gonna do Chain Smoker.
Okay.
I'm gonna
That's
do.
a good one. That's
I think
a good one. I
so.
was,
Yep. Jimmy Deverman. He's
Deverman, yeah.
the owner of my old tractor. But
I was
also,
50-50 on the fence.
Yep.
'cause
Yep.
that truck runs good.
And that truck's won some this year. And this was the first time Skyler drove it, to my knowledge.
Yep.
And so now that he's kind of got some things figured out, I'm gonna pick Chain Smoker, Skyler Leaper. So that's
Again,
what I'm.
not really familiar, but I love the names. The one that stands out here, and a good motto to live your life by, paying dues.
Paying
Paying
dues.
dues.
Paying
Nate
dues.
Bridgman.
Nate Bridgman, good guy.
Yep.
540 Light Pros. I'm going to take Hostile Environment. It's got the cool wrap on there.
That's your favorite track.
It
You
is.
love the wrap on
Well, it
that.
does. It's got the bush light.
It's
the corn
cool.
I'm surprised you don't have
support.
selfies with that wrap.
I do
Like,
have.
You do?
I do
Oh.
have selfies with that wrap. So Ryan Mitchell came to Monette, Missouri, supported the Outlaws, and made a good pass down there, and got first or second or won Louisville a couple years ago. Won it. beat Shag Nasty by a couple
Yep.
inches. So, and I don't even like John Deere tractors as much. But I'm going to grab that one there. So.
I'm going to go with Gerald Grimes, just another buck.
Yeah. Last year's points champ.
Last year's points champ.
Winner last weekend. Yep.
I'm gonna do. I'm also gonna do the Missouri boys, Gerald Grimes. Shocker, I know.
You know, Chase was like, "Hey,
just
Jason, grab one of the outlaw pullers out of the outlaw pullers. Grab somebody fun and like."
Well, I
you're
mean,
fun.
you know,
We should have put you.
Yeah.
Hey, switch seats with me. You would live better right here next to him.
So now it's going to be find someone that doesn't agree with Ron.
Find somebody that doesn't agree with Ron at all. I tell you what.
$5,000 man here. He knows what he's talking.
I tell you what. The only other pick that I would have would be Shag Nasty, Rich Johnson. You know, if he.
Driving a Reckles guy.
Well, it's got Rich, so
Okay.
I'm gonna. I'll lock it. I'll lock Shag Nasty in. I'm gonna do that.
Pick.
Yep.
Now the peer pressure's getting to him. That's why this is the greatest motorsport in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody is safe. It's hard-nosed
Yes,
competition.
exactly.
Again, no disrespect, just don't know any of these guys, but I know it's highly competitive. Have no idea if this name is tied into the old Shag Nasty Dennis Johnson. But I'm a big Dennis Johnson fan.
Yeah, you're talking about
the
that.
late Dennis Johnson passed away not long ago. So for namesake, I'm rolling with Shag Nasty too, not because you picked him.
No. Okay. All right.
All right, so moving on to two-wheel drive trucks. The first hook in the class, Chase Richardson.
Her first
Yeah,
hook.
first hook.
Draw number 0. It's a weekend of records. This is a record. Pulling fans, you don't know this. Competitors get numbers 1 through whatever.
OJ, mark this in the line.
I got draw number 0, so I don't really know how to take that. I got draw 0. Has it ever happened to any of y'all?
Never had it. I've had a low number before.
The weekend of records, draw number 0.
Wow.
Keep that in mind in your picks.
It's all good. It's all good. Last night I really felt like I like the T-Buckets watching them. I know Corzine laid one out there, but I like bottoms up. Dustin Amundsen out of Airstrand, Minnesota. I just think he's 15th hook in the class. I like it. So.
Not a bad choice at all. So Corzine's not in the running tonight, huh?
Is Corzine not on there?
It's 14.
Is he on? Is he 14?
14th hook.
Oh yeah, he
Craig
is.
Corzine.
I tell you what, if it's a good track,
gonna be.
he impressed me last night. I'm going to take Craig Corzine rekindled.
Thanks, Ron.
Oh, sorry. You know what I was going to say? You're already number one,
It's a
buddy,
very
number
smart pick. I'm number 1, but draw number 0.
I haven't been following these guys. I mean, there's a lot of different ones here too. We got a lot of hooks here
He's a diesel
tonight.
guy?
And that guy, yeah, I'm just.
We don't
I'm
have
not
time to talk about that.
You know, so I tell you what, I'm a name guy and a buddy guy. So I'm gonna go with my old buddy Buffalo's Chips, Richard Morris. I'm gonna rock on
definition.
Richard.
Yeah.
You know, last year's
champion.
points champion. I mean, I think you get everything together. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna lock on Richard Morris, Buffalo's Chips.
If you had to say a heavy favorite to me for all these classes, I would say Craig Corzine, heavy favorite. So I'm going to roll with Craig Corzine.
Okay. Like it. Pro Stock Tractor. Who won last night, Ron? Do you remember? Top of your head?
It wasn't on my track.
Wide loose deer.
Okay,
Pedley.
won
Kyle
Wide loose
Pedley won
deer.
last night.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That thing's running good.
Yeah, it
Yep.
is.
Yeah. I'm going to go Rut Cutter, Steve Bailey.
He had a good hook. He had a good hook last
Yeah,
night.
I liked what he did.
Any of these guys can win, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
wide
yeah.
open.
Yeah.
It's not like the two-wheel drive truck class where only Corzine can win.
But I will tell you, the way the wide loose deer was balanced last night, I'm going to go with Kyle Pedley, wide loose deer.
Sure. That is a good pick. But right on his heels was Cody Yarrick.
Yep.
Good friend of mine, and so I'm going with Gone. I'm going with Gone, Cody Yarrick. I got faith in my boy. I think he'll do good. So I'm gonna. They've got some stuff figured out. So we'll try something different.
You may be hearing the noise in the background. People are everywhere rolling behind us. You can't see it, but reminder, outlawpulling.tv. You can be here even though you're not here from anywhere. They're getting ready to get lined for opening ceremonies.
Yep.
I'm going back to the name game. Never heard this word in my life, but I love it. Wampus Cat.
I tell you what, he's coming.
Did I say it right? Wampus Cat?
Yep.
All right, cool.
That's awesome.
He's come a long ways with that tractor.
Last class, I can't wait for this one.
Brett Robertson, I love you, Roberts, but I'm not picking you. I'm
got
taking
it.
Paul Zimmerman with X15. So that's a mean truck. That
It's
thing has
mean.
a different sound.
You know what? I love you too, Brent, but I'm going to go with your dad tonight. Larry Roberts, the instigator. I think he's going to get that other call. He's going to get it in the right
make some
gear.
changes. Yeah. I think he'll do better tonight. I don't know. I think I'm on Paul too. I'm going to lock at X15.
You're going to try to win, though, right?
I'm going to
You're
try,
not
but
gonna let out of it,
and I'm not going to let out of it. But Paul is definitely, he's got a horse of a different color there under the hood, and
neat looking old truck.
Yeah, and it's so I'm going with the X15 as well. Paul Zimmerman.
Once again, I'm a man of loyalty. My new friend Brent over here. Even though you didn't pick me, I'm going with you. Brent Roberts, black on track, lock.
Oh,
there you go.
Lock it in.
Wow.
Thanks for not picking me, Brent.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's it. That was fun.
Yes, it
Awesome.
was. These
Yeah.
are pick-ins. And you can do the same thing with your friends. Sit around, Snapchat, send pictures, show them your picks, and get after it. So fullpull.us for your Apple users, Android device, download the Full Pull app. Again, $5,000. $5,000 if you pick every winner tonight. No catches, just it's free to play. If you're 21 or older and you can push the buttons on your phone, like Cody Vanderholm can push buttons on his camera, you can win $5,000 tonight.
You can't push buttons because your mouth moves too much.
Yep.
Guys, it's been fun. Can't wait to get the show started. Full Pull's here to stay. Look forward to seeing you all again.
We can't wait to release the schedule so I can talk about it
Yeah.
and not get in trouble.
Thanks, fans.